Hello everyone. I'm sorry we cannot gather in person this year, but I am so glad we're still able to hold this event. There is no use sugarcoating it. We are in extremely painful time for the African continent and the Black diaspora as a whole. The world is dealing with the largest pandemic and economic crisis in generations. Here in America, Black people are far more likely to contract the virus and nearly 4 times as likely to die from it than white Americans. While Africa has been spared the mass deaths and infection rates we are experiencing here in the United States, the economic consequences for the continent are devastating, sending sub-Saharan Africa into a first recession in 25 years. So yes, times are difficult, but despite this, I am more inspired than ever. Thousands of young people, led by Black activists, are taking to the streets in the United States, demanding an end to systematic racism in all of its forms, whether in the form of police brutality or economic racism. We are seeing a growing coalition of majority Americans who reject a president that traffics in xenophobia, the torture of immigrants, and open encouragement of racist violence. And I'm inspired by grassroots movements around the world. I'm inspired by the women across Africa who are demanding representation and autonomy. I'm inspired by the people of Sudan who overthrew a dictator. And it was a woman who bore the burden of 30 years of autocratic rule, who led the overthrown, making up to 70% of people in the streets. I'm inspired by countries like Senegal, who, following the international cooperation during the Ebola crisis, have had some of the most effective responses to the coronavirus in the world. I'm inspired by the movements in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Somalia, where in the face of incredible odds, devastating violence, there are extraordinary groups working on building a lasting community-based, sustainable peace. There is enormous opportunity in a generation that is working towards an Africa that is politically free, economically independent, and demanding its right of all Africans. We as leaders must center and support the amazing social movements and locally driven initiatives that are occurring all over the continent. So my message to you is to keep organizing, keep building movements and institutions that steer our world into a more equitable, inclusive, and sustainable path, even in these trying times of crisis. Thank you all so much.